Brianna. In today's deep clean with me video, we are going to be deep cleaning my oven and the stove top. So I'm gonna show you how I clean both of those. As always, as part of these deep clean with me videos, it's going to be really simple, and I'm gonna try to use the most natural cleaning products possible so that everything is safe for your home and your family and yourself while you are cleaning. And if you're new here, I would love for you to click that red subscribe button and join this cleaning queen community that we've got here. And you can also check out some of the other clean with me videos, deep clean with me videos that I have in this series. If you enjoyed this episode, I would love for you to stick around and hang out. But all right, I'm gonna start with showing you the products and tools that you will need to deep clean your oven and your stovetop, and then I will walk you through step by step how to deep clean your oven. So here are the items that you need. You will need baking soda, you will need vinegar, you will need a sponge. I prefer my Grove Collaborative one with a handle where I can replace the sponge brush, that walnut scrubber sponge head on it when necessary, which is probably likely after this oven clean. I'm gonna have a little bowl so that I can make a baking soda paste with water. I have some paper towels, and I may use this if necessary for my stovetop. It's the Method Heavy Duty Greaser. Again, it's a natural based cleaning product. I likely won't need it, but just in case I do, this is something I've cleaned my stovetop with before, but I think I'm gonna try to just stick with the baking soda and the vinegar if possible in today's clean of my oven and my stovetop. So let's take a peek in my stove right now and see how bad the damage is that we have to clean today. Oh man, we've got a little bit crusted on, something spilled there, and something on the oven door too. So we're gonna work on cleaning that. And again, I don't think this stovetop is too bad. I got a little bit of some crusted on stuff, but I don't think it's anything that our baking soda paste that I'm gonna use here can't handle for today. And shameless plug, if you like the lemon summer decor I've got going on here and wanna check out the new backsplash tile and countertops, I have a summer clean and decorate with me video that I think you will really, really love. Those are honestly like my favorite videos to film are those. I think my husband actually loves when I do these kind of deep cleaning videos though, because he comes home to all of this different stuff that's been like super extra deep cleaned. So this one's for you, babe. But again, if you want to check out the summer clean and decorate with me video after this one, that's definitely one of my favorite videos that I get to make every single year. Every season is like the seasonal clean and decorate with me videos. And for some reason, whenever I film these deep cleaning videos to get everything in or to like crouch down and clean stuff, I'm always in the most awkward angles. So apologies in advance if like I have poor posture or like look like a goofball. Here, I'll just like try to squat here so you can see the oven and how I'm gonna do this paste. So I'm just gonna pour baking soda into this little dish. And then I'm going to use my hot water dispenser. Now, because I have a handle on my sponge, that's foaming up really, really nice. You see that there? It's getting all foamy. It's getting ready to clean with me, deep clean my oven with me, baking soda. But since I'm using my sponge with a handle, I really don't need my cleaning gloves, but if you were to be like just using a regular sponge, I would definitely put on a pair of these gloves, just so that your hands and skin don't get hurt using that super hot water. But I think the super hot water really is what does the trick here. And with my sponge, kind of wanted to show you here, and I'll do some close-ups of the oven. I got a little too close there. I'll do some more close-ups of the oven when I go down there to clean it, but I'm just gonna mix up the baking soda with that water so that it becomes a nice scrubbable paste there on my sponge, if you can see that. And that's then what I'm gonna actually then apply in a circular motion to my oven door. And if you notice, this honestly is a tad bit too watery for my liking. So if you are doing this, you can just sprinkle the baking soda like right on to where you have drips or anything like that. and then just take your wet sponge and sort of make your paste right on top of it. And once you I like to use a circular motion just to really try to get under anything that looks scuzzy. But scuzzy, is that a real word? I was an English teacher. I'm pretty sure scuzzy is a real word. If not, I'm just using it because I think you know what it means, the scuzzy stuff on your oven door. But you're just gonna let this then sit there for 20 minutes and sort of do its thing for you. So again, not too much work, not too much hard scrubbing necessary, but just kind of a very nice, natural way to get your oven nice and clean for you. Okay, I'm gonna move the camera so it's closer up on the scuzziness for you to see. Okay, and I am gonna just take out my oven racks. This is something you can just scrub. Scrub in your sink. Sorry about that noise. But while the baking soda paste is working, that's something you can just scrub in your sink there. So I'm gonna dig into my paste here and put it on where I've got more built up gunk here. On my oven door here, I am just gonna kind of take this paste and spread it around the entire door, just because there's a little bit of buildup that I can see. Even though there was like a couple main drips, there's just a little bit of buildup sort of on it. So I just wanna make sure all of that comes off after this sets on it for, again, 20 minutes. I'll set a timer and pop back. So any place I notice like a little bit of splatters or drips, just gonna kind of put this all around it. All right, so now that I have scrubbed all of this off, I'm just gonna let that sit on the oven here for 20 minutes. I'm gonna put the timer on my phone. Phone's on the table over there. I'm gonna go grab it, and I'm gonna scrub the grates from the oven in the sink while I let this set before I wipe it all off. And I actually want my stovetop stuff to sit for a little bit too while I wash the grates off in the sink. So I'm just gonna set these to the side. And I'm gonna sprinkle just a little bit of baking soda where I see some just like dried on or caked on food. And I'm gonna use my wet sponge again just to sort of make a paste that can sit over any of the stuff that's caked on. I'm just gonna scrub a little bit where I see some harder caked on stuff so that the baking soda really gets in there. Sorry, sometimes I feel like when I'm filming, for whatever reason, I start saying baking powder. It's baking soda. So sorry if I've made that mistake. I'm only human. I've just about covered. Yeah, there's just some like super, right here for some reason, there's something like super stuck on, so make sure the paste is real good there. All right, time to go clean those grates in the sink. I'm gonna put on my dishwashing gloves to clean these grates. They're really not horrible, but sort of same thing I'm just gonna use is my baking soda on my sponge and sort of scrub out where I see anything that's built or caked on. And sorry, I feel like it's going to be noisy, so I can really talk through it, but you get the point. I'm using this little scrubber sponge. I'm just getting anything that's caked on scrubbed off.
Days without water along the sun-soaked road. We crossed over borders to get where we are, and it's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. I did it all for you.
Not to do a good wipe down on my countertops after this. All right, sorry, it's a little more than 20 minutes because I had to get the kids their dinner. Adam's giving them their baths right now. It's a bath night here. And I'm gonna wipe off the top of the stove first before I do the actual oven. So just with the paper towel, and because this has gotten a little dry, I'm just gonna wet this slightly so it comes off easier. But you just gotta wipe up wherever there is that baking soda residue on here. I'm gonna go around, and I can see it's just picking up any of the stuff that had sort of been crusted on there. This kind of scours it right off and makes it very easy to pick up and clean. Now, if you didn't want to use paper towels for this, you could totally use whether it's a dish towel or a microfiber cloth or something like that. But I'm just using paper towels for right now. All right, so all of the baking soda is now off the top of that. So I'm just gonna use one more paper towel and my vinegar here. And I'm just gonna put a little bit of vinegar directly onto my paper towel. And then I'm gonna use that to wipe down the entire stovetop here, starting with where there's that stainless steel, because this is actually something that really helps it from getting streaks. And I'm just gonna wipe down the entire stovetop here with where that vinegar is on my paper towel. And I do just have a microfiber cloth here. I'm just gonna run that over where I just wiped everything, sort of give it an extra polish so that everything dries and looks very sparkly and clean. All right, everyone's asleep. I'm again in a very awkward position, but gonna wipe everything out here.
Nights without sleeping, 'cause you fear the night, and days without.
And this was left on for a little longer than 20 minutes, which is fine. It just means it's kind of a little tougher to wipe off. So I would just say if there's any spots where you notice that there's any like built-on residue still, just kind of going in circular motion to wipe it up. But this is really why I like to use paper towels, because I feel like, you know, you can just kind of fold it and get sort of a cleaner wipe up of any of that baking soda that's gotten sort of caked and dried on there as it's sat to do the cleaning. Okay, so that has been completely wiped out now. And just if you notice any spots where maybe the baking soda didn't completely pull something up, you can always just take a knife. So I just noticed one little area here where there was still some like burnt on black stuff, and it pretty much breaks it down. So it's very easy for you just to kind of use the sharp end of it and scratch off any area where you notice like, oh, there's just something kind of caked on in that area, and you can get it off really nicely for you. Okay, and the final thing I'm going to do here now, again awkwardly, is just take some paper towels, pour some vinegar directly onto this, and especially if you notice that there's still a little bit of film on your oven door that you want to get off, this really will help kind of cut that so that you can make that nice and super shiny clean. Now the one thing you don't want to do is if there is still baking soda or like mixing baking soda and vinegar, sometimes the effect of it looks like it's doing something, but I read this on a blog that they actually contradict each other's cleaning powers. So you want to use baking soda and vinegar to clean things naturally, but you actually don't really want to mix them. Baking soda is really good for sort of using with water and making a paste and letting sit on things. And vinegar is sort of that faster acting if you need to wipe away streaks or clean something. Vinegar is kind of that great all natural cleaner, whether it's countertops or stainless steel, or, you know, again, just kind of doing this wipe down of any of the remaining grime in the oven to sort of leave it with a more sparkling, clean vinegar is really awesome to do that. And again, just natural, since this is a place where you're cooking food and you don't want chemicals getting mixed with what you're feeding yourself and your family. Okay, I'm gonna put the grates back into the oven now. And there you have it, a sparkling, clean oven, cleaned again with really natural ingredients. I hope that you enjoyed this deep clean with me, how to deep clean your oven and your stovetop. Please click the thumbs up if you liked it. If you have any other requests for things that you would like to deep clean with me and see in this series on my channel, leave that down in the comments below. And as always, I'm just so appreciative of you watching and for your support. Check out some of the other videos on my channel. Check out my Etsy shop if you'd like to rock some clean merch while you watch and clean with me. And of course, tag me in your socials while you're wearing anything so that I can share you rocking the clean gear, or the boss mom gear, or the boss lady gear. And I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks so much for being here. Bye, love.